Hey, what's going on, everybody? I have not come to you from the car in quite some time, but I wanted to share something with you today as I go to pick up my little one. So here we go. For those of you, maybe this is your very first video and you're like, who is she? My name is Camille Prosperity out of Pooler, Georgia, and I am a divorced single parent who has taken you all, those who have been rocking with me, on my journey from, supporting my family using the vehicle of home-based like entrepreneurship, improving my health, to that progressing into me getting into like fixing my credit. Once I started making sales, finally, I was like, okay, I got money. And then I was like, oh, but my credit, oh, it's shot, right? So then I started doing the credit stuff. And doing the credit stuff led to the consumer protection stuff. Well, let me tell y'all a little story, right? Let's have story time right quick while we go to pick up my son. So, y'all know a few weeks ago, I was in Texas for a conference for work. Now, when I go on a business trip, I have cards that I use specifically for that trip. And I have my personal cards. So I look at my Capital One statement when I come back, which is a card that I use for my personal expenses. And I see that there's a $10 cash advance fee around the time of the trip. And so I'm like, first of all, I don't do cash, all right? I didn't get any cash, so I'm thoroughly confused. And I finally, can y'all hear me over the air conditioning? Sorry. I finally got the chance today to call Capital One and see this out. $10 cash advance fee, right? So I'm like, okay, what's going on? By the way, I'm in Georgia, which is a single party state, so I did record the call. Find out if your state allows for single party recording or if you have to have the consent of the other party. Every time I call any body that's pertaining to my money, I record the call. If I don't need the recording, then I delete it. But if I do need the recording and I don't have it, then what good? You know what I'm saying? I prefer to have it than to not. So the young lady was nice, but she basically tells me, oh, this looks like it's for a CashApp. And so she reads off the name, and I'm like, oh, that's my son's barber. So the day before we left, I took my son to the barbershop, $20 haircut, right? Normally I have my CashApp connected to one of my banks, but this particular time I changed it to my Capital One credit card. Now, I remember when I went to send the $20, there was a notification that popped up that was like, hey, there's going to be a credit card fee of something. It worked out to be 60 cents. So it was like, are you fine with this? Yeah, 60 cents ain't no thing. Money ain't a thing. 60 cents. So my total was $20.60, right? Okay, cool. So she's like, well, yeah, that's what it's for. I said, well, hold on now. Hold on, Jasmine. Are you trying to tell me right now that I paid a $10 cash advance fee for a $20 haircut? And she was like, yeah, it's not us, it's CashApp. That's how they processed it. They processed it as a cash advance. I said, well, that's interesting, because I'm looking at my online receipt right now in the CashApp app, and it says transaction amount, fee, and total. And the total says $20.60. Transaction amount $20, fee 60 cents, and total $20.60. So that, now keep in mind, that fee I was told was for a credit card fee. So nowhere on my online receipt from Capital One is there a notification, hey, we're going to process this as a cash advance and charge you a $10 fee on top of that. Nowhere on my receipt does it say that. And on top of that, which one is it, CashApp? Which one is it? Is this a cash advance or is it a credit card transaction? How you going to charge me for the credit card transaction and a cash advance fee? Make it make sense. So again, the young lady was fine. I have no problem with the young lady. She's just doing her job. But I let her know. I said, okay. She was like, you're going to have to contact CashApp. I said, okay, I will contact CashApp. I said, but what is going to be done on your end? Like, what's the recourse once I contact them? She's like, well, I'm going to make a notation about this, because basically what they need to do is reverse the transaction and either let you connect it to another bank so you won't be charged this fee, or they need to not process it as a cash advance. So I'm like, okay, by the way, another reason why I record is so that I can always prove how much time I've spent on a situation. $10 is not a lot of money, but this is not about $10. Let me tell y'all something. These companies be violating us all the time. They think that we're going to see $10 and be like, it's not worth my time. You know why? Because the majority of the time, it's not worth your time. It's not. I did this while my son was at school, right? When I do most of my transactions, a lot of my business affairs that I handle are while my son is at school. And because I work from home, because I don't work a job, I'm able to do those things. But if I still worked at the college, I wouldn't be able to sit on the phone with Jasmine for 40 minutes. My lunch break used to only be 30. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because, y'all, we have got to buy back our time. We got to buy back our time. These corporations, these companies, these fly-by-night apps and stuff, they violate us all the time. They put in extra fees. They process things erroneously because they know we don't have the time to fight, or we don't know how to fight. Because we don't have time to learn. And we don't have time to enforce. But today I got time, cuz. Y'all know that app? Today I got time, cuz. Not that app, that meme. So, cause for me, this is what, because I am in communication with the people that I'm in communication with, I know that something like this, you might see $10 and be like, oh, Kim, it's not worth it. Another person, right? There's none so blind as he who will not see, who cannot see. So you might see it as just $10, but a person who understands certain laws and certain things, they see it as a lawsuit. Oh, Kim, you can't sue for anything. Why not? They'll sue you for anything. They'll be quick to bring up a lawsuit against you. So why you can't bring up a lawsuit against them? You can. But here's another thing. Most of us scared of the courts. Myself included. I'm getting less scared as I learn more about the law and how to navigate that terrain. However, on a regular day, I am that girl that if a cop comes behind me, I could be driving the speed limit. Everything could be in order. But still, if a cop drives behind me, I don't care where I'm going. I'm making that next right. Go ahead and pass. Wherever I'm going, it can wait. You pass on by and I'll get back on the main road after you, when you in front of me. You ain't gonna be behind me. I'm not gonna be in front of you. I mean, for years, it has been like that. If a cop comes behind me, I'm making, whatever the next right is, I'm making that right. Okay? So, anyway, what happened was, this was not resolved today. I'm gonna keep y'all abreast of the situation, but it's, the math ain't mathing, right? Ain't no way in hell you gonna tell me I'm gonna pay $30 for a $20 haircut. Ain't no way you should charge me a $10 fee and not disclose that when you disclose the 60-cent fee. Ain't no way that should not be reflected on my receipt when the 60-cent fee is. Ain't no way you gonna tell me this is both a credit card transaction and a cash transaction. Which one is it? You ain't gonna charge me two different fees for the same transaction. So you know what? I'm gonna look and see, because I don't care who compensates me. I don't care if I have to go after Capital One. They're saying, well, they put it in as a cash advance. Hey, listen, somebody gonna help me out with this. If not, some heads gonna turn. Hey, my love. Hey, hola. How was your day?
It was good. How was your day?
That's good. It was good. I'm just finishing up a live really quickly, okay? So, thank you. Huh? Oh, can you make it to the house?
From here, yes.
Okay, do you want me to go to G-Mars?
No, I just want to go see you.
Amy! What's up, girlie? I'm good. I have to hit you on Facebook. You too. That was my high school friend, Amy. Yes. We went to high school and middle school together. Sorry, y'all along for the ride. But the long story short is, guys, I want you to look at all of your bills, and I want you to note things that are wrong. If you are in a single party state, I want you to record the phone call. And what I do is, immediately after I finish the call, because there's nothing like having evidence and not knowing where the heck it is, right? So immediately after the call, I always timestamp it, year, month, date, company, rep name. And that's basically gonna like tell me the situation. Then I upload it to my Google Drive, and then I take the link from the Google Drive and I put that with my notes. Yes, I do. So I can pull it up at a moment's notice. So if the CEO, the CFO, the COO of Capital One or Cash App, when I already know this is gonna be a complaint. I already know it, and I'll just prepare for it. This is why I said in the video. I think it's a video that's going to hit my YouTube channel like 1 or 2 days from now. And the title is basically let them violate you. Sometimes you have to let them violate you, because whatever they're doing to violate you, that's going to serve as your evidence. But you got to be prepared and know how to prepare the evidence. Know how to gather, organize the evidence, right? Too often people are like, the rep told me they would credit my account, but they never did. Okay, where's your proof of that? They said they would make a note. Oh, so they did you dirty, and then they told you they would make it right by crediting your account in their system, and you believe them? They're the same ones that did you dirty. It's like somebody robbing your house and then being like, my bad, I'll bring it back. And then you're like, well, they never brought my stuff back. Oh, you don't say. They're a robber. That's what they do. They ain't gonna bring back your stuff, okay? So if somebody did you dirty, don't expect them to do you right. Sometimes they do, but if they don't, what recourse do you have? And half the time the people that are like, oh, well, the rep said, what you mean the rep said? What was their name? Oh, I didn't get that. What are we doing here, okay? We gotta start adulting. I tell y'all all the time, when I was your age, my mom, she has this habit. When I was young, I used to think it was so annoying. Now I totally get it. Everywhere we would go, no matter whether it was to the bank or to the Piggly Wiggly grocery store, she would always look at a person's name tag and call them by their name. They would be like, here you go, ma'am, your total is $12.73. She'd be like, thanks so much, Sarah. I'd be like, you don't know these people? She'd give them the money, and they'd be like, your change is $2.84 or whatever. She'd, thanks so much, Sarah. You have a good day, Sarah. I'd be like, stop that. But guess what? From being around her, that I've picked up that habit. So all the time, I want to know, what is your name? And don't get somebody's name after you go off. That's another thing y'all do. I really don't understand it. Y'all be like, don't you know I'm consumer? Da, da, da. I could this. By the way, what's your name? No. You don't go off on folks and then ask their name and expect them to give you the real one. They're like, my name is Jane Doe. All right, Jane Doe. You gonna be citing my CFPB complaint. Come on, man. The minute they get on that phone and they tell, before the waters, right, before the storm comes, when they say, good evening, this is Janice. Hey, Janice, how you doing? This is Kim. You say your name is Janice, right? Yes, ma'am, it's Janice. How can I help you? Now you write that down. Okay? All right. But anyway, let me spend time with my little one, y'all. I will keep y'all abreast of this Cash App / Capital One situation, because somebody gonna make it right. I promise you that, because today and every day. Today I got time, cuz. Today I got time. All right. Y'all like, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe to the channel, do all the things that pay me. And let me know about your situations. Do you even look at your bills? So many people don't. Let's change that, because they are counting on that. They're counting on you not looking at your bills. All right? All right. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.